In the first year of Cyrus king of Persia, in order to fulfill the word of the Lord spoken by Jeremiah, the Lord moved the heart of Cyrus king of Persia to make a proclamation throughout his realm and also to put it in writing. This is what Cyrus king of Persia says: "The Lord, the God of heaven, has given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he has appointed me to build a temple for him at Jerusalem in Judah. Any of his people among you may go up to Jerusalem in Judah and build the temple of the Lord, the God of Israel, the God who is in Jerusalem, and may their God be with them. And in any locality where survivors may now be living, the people are to provide them with silver and gold, with goods and livestock, and with freewill offerings for the temple of God in Jerusalem." Then the family heads of Judah and Benjamin, and the priests and Levites, everyone whose heart God had moved, prepared to go up and build the house of the Lord in Jerusalem. All their neighbors assisted them with articles of silver and gold, with goods and livestock, and with valuable gifts, in addition to all the freewill offerings. Moreover, King Cyrus brought out the articles belonging to the temple of the Lord, which Nebuchadnezzar had carried away from Jerusalem and had placed in the temple of his God. Cyrus king of Persia had them brought by Mithredath the treasurer, who counted them out to Sheshbazzar the prince of Judah. This was the inventory: gold dishes 30, silver dishes 1,000, silver pans 29, gold bowls 30, matching silver bowls 410, other articles 1,000 in all. There were 5,400 articles of gold and of silver. Sheshbazzar brought all these along with the exiles when they came up from Babylon to Jerusalem. Now these are the people of the province who came up from the captivity of the exiles, whom Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon had taken captive to Babylon. They returned to Jerusalem and Judah, each to their own town, in company with Zerubbabel, Joshua, Nehemiah, Sariah, Reelaiah, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispar, Bigvai, Rehum and Baanah. The list of the men of the people of Israel: the descendants of Parosh 2,172, of Shephisha 372, of Arah 775, of Pahath-Moab, through the line of Jeshua and Joab, 2,812, of Elam 1,254, of Zato 945, of Zakkai 760, of Bani 642, of Babai 623, of Asjad 222, of Adonikam 666, of Bigvai 2,056, of Adin 454, of Ader, through Hezekiah, 98, of Bezai 323, of Jorah 112, of Hashem 223, of Jibbar 95, the men of Bethlehem 123, of Netopha 56, of Anathoth 128, of Azmaveth 42, of Kiriath Jearim, Kephirah and Beeroth 743, of Ramah and Geba 621, of Michmash 122, of Bethel and Ai 223, of Nebo 52, of Magbish 156, of the other Elam 1254, of Haram 320, of Lod, Hadid and Ono 725, of Jericho 345, of Sina 3630. The priests, the descendants of Jedaiah, through the family of Jeshua, 973, of Immer 1052, of Pashur 1247, of Haram 1017. The Levites, the descendants of Jeshua and Kadmiel, of the line of Hodaviah, 74. The musicians, the descendants of Asaph 128. The gatekeepers of the temple, the descendants of Shallum, Ader, Talman, Akkub, Hatita and Shobai 139. The temple servants, the descendants of Zihah, Hashupha, Tobiah, Kuros, Siaha, Padon, Lebanah, Hagaba, Akkub, Hagab, Shalma, Hanan, Gidel, Gahar, Reaiah, Rezin, Nekoda, Gazam, Ua, Pasi, Bisay, Esnat, Munim, Nephuzim, Bakbuk, Hakupha, Harhur, Bozluth, Mehida, Harsha, Barkos, Sisera, Timah, Neziah and Hatipha. The descendants of the servants of Solomon, the descendants of Sotai, Hassapharoth, Perudat, Jalat, Darkan, Gidel, Shephisha, Hattil, Pokereth-Hazzebaim and Ami. The temple servants and the descendants of the servants of Solomon 392. The following came up from the towns of Tel Melah, Tel Harsha, Kirub, Addon and Immer, but they could not show that their families were descended from Israel, the descendants of Delaiah, Tobiah and Nekoda 652. And from among the priests, the descendants of Hobaiah, Hakkoz and Barzillai, a man who had married a daughter of Barzillai the Gileadite and was called by that name. These searched for their family records, but they could not find them and so were excluded from the priesthood as unclean. The governor ordered them not to eat any of the most sacred food until there was a priest ministering with the Urim and Thummim. The whole company numbered 42,360, besides their 7,337 male and female slaves, and they also had 200 male and female singers. They had 736 horses, 245 mules, 435 camels, and 6,720 donkeys. When they arrived at the house of the Lord in Jerusalem, some of the heads of the families gave freewill offerings toward the rebuilding of the house of God on its site. According to their ability they gave to the treasury for this work 61,000 darics of gold, 5,000 minas of silver and 100 priestly garments. The priests, the Levites, the musicians, the gatekeepers, and the temple servants settled in their own towns, along with some of the other people, and the rest of the Israelites settled in their towns.